Hi, and welcome to the 10 square meter workshop. Today I'm continuing with my big cannon build, and the third phase is the frame or carriage. Starting point for the carriage was this piece of straight grained oak, which has been planed to just over 8mm thick. On this I can lay the template, scaled from the original drawings, laid out along the billet. This mimics the grain direction on the original. They were cut out in a similar manner. With the two blanks cut out on the bandsaw, I can now pin them together and do the final profile. Held together by double-sided tape, this was done on the sander. After finishing on the belt sander, I did a little hand sanding just to get the corners right. They're slightly rounded. Two more steps before separating them. First of all, the semicircular cutouts for the trunnions. I shall be doing this on the mill, clamped with some sacrificial wood. I shall start with an 8mm slot cutter to gain access. With that done, I shall follow it with a 10mm end cutter. Theoretically, I now need an 11mm cutter. I don't have one, so I'm just going to use a drill and hope I don't get too much tear out. That went pretty well. I've got well formed semicircles. Now time to make the slot for the axle. This is an 8mm square slot, so I'm cutting it with an end mill with some backing to prevent tear out. Set the height with a scrap of paper. Zero the DRO. And it's time to start cutting. And there we have it, 8mm wide by 8mm deep. Separated and the tape residue removed with acetone, the next step is mortising for the joining pieces. Because of the accuracy that can be achieved, I'll be cutting all the mortises in my milling machine. First one cut, somewhat better than I could do with a chisel. 5 more to go. I made a simple wooden jig to hold the pieces in place and aligned the slots by square. Resting on parallels, this makes sure that everything is lined up. With all the mortising done, it's now time to make the cross pieces. Sorry, don't know the proper name. And here are the 3 cross pieces cut to size. The frame is held together with bolts. The cross bolts will be made from 2mm steel rod. I'm using this old welding rod for that. And when I say old, I do mean old. The coating crunched off quite easily. The technique used was to thread one end, cut to length and thread the other end. With the frame blocked to the correct angle, I drilled through the left side from the inside. With the blocks in position, I transferred the position of these holes using a hand drill. I don't think a transfer punch is all that accurate in wood. Each block was then set up in the middle in a square position and drilled through. These were then drilled through the right hand side using a long series drill. For assembly and fitting purposes, I'm using hex nuts at this stage. They will be replaced by the scale square ones at a later time. Well, it really feels like I'm making progress. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next episodes. Bye for now.